Woo! Gran Turismo 7, Daily Race C. We're at Deep Forest Raceway. Let's dive straight in. We are ready! Woo! Alright, we're good. We are good to go. Coming from second last. Can we do anything? I'll try and stay out of the chaos. Let's see how long that lasts. Woo! Race 1 of 2 here at Deep Forest in Gran Turismo 7. Welcome. We want to try and make sure we keep into our slipstream here, but it is hard when you've got another Porsche there, so we're a little bit of a gap, but we're going to try and close it around this first corner and see if we can make some gains. Slight contact. Slight contact. We have a spinner. There's always someone who spins around on that corner. Indeed. So we're trying to get into the slipstream. Down to the end of the straight, hard on the brakes. Trying to hug the corner, eat the curb, like a little packed lunch. Eating this curb as well, eating the next one. Staying off the wall. Avoiding contact where possible. A bit of a kerfuffle through here. A bit of a gaggle of GT3 cars. And the McLaren has a penalty, so we want to make sure we don't get tangled up with this fellow. AJ, the New Zealander. Just trying to keep in tight on the corner. And we're going to try and collect the slipstream here. Yep. The fellow compatriot really helping us out. Now, hard and careful. We got the RX-7 having a moment. We want to make sure we're not... Whoa! Big off moment. Oh! Ah, I didn't mean that. That was accidental. Sorry about that. Definitely didn't think he was going to spin so hard. I thought it was just going to be a light touch and he would be on his way, but he spun all the way. Do apologise. Purple. And we're up to 6th. And defending. Cutting in on the early corner early so the pink Porsche doesn't come through the inside. Slight gap up into the twisty tunnel section. Now the Alpha has a 1 second penalty up in front. Purple sector. Just want to make sure we stay in touch. We're going to try and look to do a little bit of a move on this corner coming up onto the straight. Doesn't quite allow us the chance to have a move, but we want to make sure we stay in that slipstream. We're staying in touch. We're looking for any moments here into the Chaos Hairpin. That's its new name. Almost. Lucky this time. Hard on the brakes, down into the right-hander. We want to make sure we get close as we can to that actual curb. You can be quite generous in these twisty areas on the apex, so you can really cut the corner almost. Corvette getting rather close to the rear of the car there. Much better exit though, so we don't have to worry about the slipstream with him. The lead up to the hairpin here is a bit tricky because you make sure that you don't lose the rear. Your rear end does get a little bit light around that left-hander before you hit the hairpin. Now I seem to be holding everyone up here, so I've got to get a bit of a move on. Just keeping an eye on the rear view monitor to make sure that no one's taking advantage of the inside corner, but he is getting close. The Corvette is right behind, leading a whole train. Oh, he's getting really close now. Oh, he's avoiding me, coming out wide, and he's letting his inside door open. So he has lost a position. And he's just been pushed wide. The big Porsche has come through. Burize, however you pronounce it. And we're 5th. Again, just checking my rear every time I come up to this hairpin, just to make sure no one's forgotten the brake pedal. That often happens. Sometimes they just forget to brake. Back down hard into the right-hander, making sure we cuddle the curb.
Contact.
Felt a little bit of contact there from the pink Porsche. They're staying close by, but we're pretty good at this section at cutting the corner, hugging the corner. And we've created a little bit of a gap just in 2 turns there. Cutting the corners, making sure we're using the whole road. Wow, what a epic slide by Burize. Now, coming around the apex, we can see in the rearview mirror the pink Porsche and the other car behind that person going into the pits. So they're deciding to go into the pits right now. I'll keep going. Round the hairpin, fairly clean. Skipping ahead here, and the Lexus closing quite quickly. We're going to pull out, get a better exit into the pits.
Hopefully this works out.
Come on, boys, let's get a clean stop.
Let's get it, boys.
Left, right, back,
Thank
front.
you for your service.
We're done.
Great stop, great stop. Excellent.
See if we can re-enter the traffic cleanly. There's the pink Porsche behind us and the red RX-7 up ahead. Pink Porsche just having a quick look on the inside there, just see if there's any opportunity. He is in the slipstream there. I'm having a look around. It's great in the VR here. You can really see everything. They are present, clear and present danger. Just going slightly defensive to make sure that they don't see an opportunity on the inside. It's my favourite place to look for an opportunity. Now coming up over this crest here, there's a little slight moment. Correction. Back under the bridge, in through the tunnel, hugging the left-hander. See through here, everyone taking a very similar line. That'll get broken up sometimes throughout the race. You can see throughout each lap. This time is quite similar. Starting to make a small gap now. Now hard on the brakes, so we overshoot just slightly. It's not detrimental, we're okay. Slight train behind me, but it's not too bad as far as slipstream goes. Just being mindful of who's behind me while I come around the corner here. Skipping ahead to the end of the lap, we are starting to close in on the RX-7, the red concept car out of Japan. Very close again now around the hairpin. Got good grip in the tyres. Burize is still there in the pink Porsche, trying to get into that slipstream, but not quite there. I'm doing a good job to try and stay out of it. Good exit onto the straight coming up. No wheel spin, just a nice, good, clean exit. Now up here, when there's 2 cars up ahead, it's often better than there being 1 because they're going to be generally fighting amongst each other. And that's going to create a bit of slowness in their lap times that I'm going to be able to catch up to. Now just making sure we're coming around this corner smoothly, hitting the apex well, not drifting out too wide, coming up the hill well, cutting the corner where we need to. Our work is paying off. We're starting to catch. Keeping focus through this part of the track. Making sure we're staying in touch. Really using the road as much as possible. You can really almost abuse these curbs here. Really drive onto the dirt. Kick up some dust for the people behind. Oh, and there's the Corvette off. Good thing he was blanked out there. We're just offside the side of the road.
Tyres are going.
So the squabble up ahead is starting to pay off. They are fighting amongst each other. This allows me to gain a couple extra tenths every now and then. Hard on the brakes coming after the tunnel. I'm sensing opportunities here. And we're catching right up. Sensing a wounded gazelle. Not that either of them are wounded or even a gazelle. In fact, they are just GT3 cars in an online sim racing game. Yes, we're coming up close now. We're coming out of this S range here. The RX-7 does go wide on the right, hits the grass. He's lost a bit of a time there. I'm going to look for an opportunity on the inside. Down hard on the brakes. Round the right-hander. We've made the pass work. I'm going to just make sure we move to the other side of the track just to break the slipstream. Or try to. Then move to the other side again, coming up. There was actually contact right there, just on the back right. We managed to not have any disasters. We're actually defending into the hairpin here. So let's make sure we actually come out with a little bit of a gap. And we've got purple. Thank you. Feel free to give us a like and a sub if this is sort of helping you get through your day. I'd appreciate it. Thank you muchly. Lap 12 of 14. Look, we're nearly there. We're getting a good result so far. We are up into the top 5. The idea is just to keep it there. I think the others are well in front. Now tyres at this point are really starting to show their wear, and you can feel it going into these corners. So it's a good idea to be a little bit wary coming in and out.
Tyres are going.
Now coming down into the hairpin to make sure we don't overshoot it. We've got bad tyres coming out of the hairpin. We've got it made a couple of tenths there.
Purple.
We're making some good ground, good times. Getting a good exit. Cutting the corner well on that one. Now watch what just happens coming up around this corner. Whoa! Woo! Yeah, that was close. That was a good one, though. And again, that was quite wide. Going in hot. The wear on the tyres, you can feel it now. Final lap of the race. Let's hope we don't bin it. Just keeping that hairpin on point. Just making sure we hit the apex at the right point.
He's getting away from me.
Hard on the brakes. Keeping it in easy. Keeping the line right. Keeping the exit as good as we can without spinning the rears. And round the last corner for the last corner of the first race. But the second race is a little bit better. It is a much better race than this one.
Done.
Please give us a like and a sub if this is working for you and helping out your day. Race 2 coming right up.
Alright, let's do this! Woo! We're in. We have energy and we're in focus. We're tuned in now.
Feeling confident down the main straight, and we're looking to try and get into a slipstream, and it seems to be working.
We've actually got a slipstream this time. We've got to be easy on the first corner.
Easy it goes, trying to make sure we're not getting any trouble, staying out of the madness. Oh,
thank you.
Too late.
Thank you, sir.
Absolute chaos at the hairpin.
I got damage.
Now it's a bit of catch-up game. And we're looking to go into the slipstream of the Nissan Skyline. We're in 12th. We're looking to increase our position at this corner. We're going on the offensive attack here. Oh, side by side through the corner. Side by side still. Going to slip back in behind. Now watch what happens. He comes off the wall and I deflect him and give him a boost.
Far out!
Unfortunately, he sets me up wrong for this corner. I get hit in the back.
Got a boost.
And I get a boost as well.
Probably incredibly damaged right now, and I am front and back.
We're running with some damage, but we're trying to keep with it. Down the hill, coming into the last corner, back onto the main straight. Now the Porsche in front does have a large penalty.
It's just chaos at the start of this race. Absolute chaos.
We're going to keep that in mind coming up into the next hairpin. Get through cleanly, thankfully.
Thank you for the boost.
I think I felt a bit of contact, but I wasn't sure. Up to 11th here, down into the main corner at the end of the straight. It's often easy to lose the rear up on this uphill section here. Does get a bit light. Right, they're running slow. Catching up now. A little bit of contact. So we've gained a position there. Now we've got the RX-7 in front of us. The pink Mazda. Matamin. Now watch what happens here. The Porsche is getting pushed around and it's slid out. It's off. He is out of contention. Hard on the brakes. Down to the last corner. We made a violent move and he's got the undercut. A little bit of contact there. It's all a little bit of love taps. Now we're in the slipstream solidly.
Come on.
Let's see how this plays out. Another contact, a little bit of contact again. He's taken the inside defensive route. I'm going to kind of cut around and I get contact on my rear. We're all back in line again, so it didn't quite pay off. A little bit of work to do here, so we're trying to... We think we're in the slipstream here, but not too sure, so we just hop over to the black car. See if we've got any ability to make a move. Yes, we do go hard. We have contact. I don't know what happened there, but we did do a... That was a little bit cheeky, I would say. That is a cheeky move. I don't think he expected me to come up the inside there. And I get hit. And it's a tank slapper. We're around. Frustration shows. I have to reverse out of there. We're back on our way. A little bit of punishment for taking out the pink Mazda earlier. I wonder whose fault that really was. That was potentially mine because it was such a dive bomb. Now watch what happens here. He does leave the door wide open again. I take advantage and I'm hugging that curb really tight. There's no option for the underswing there. Move over to avoid. We'll try and break the slipstream and move over again. You can see him in the rear view monitor. Getting close. Taking a slightly different line leading up to the main hairpin here. I just want to make sure it's kind of straight through that left-hander first. And we get a little bit of oversteer. I'm just trying to keep cool and calm here. So we've got a little bit of a gap in front. So just want to make sure our corners are kind of done under cool and calm conditions. Twisty section always good for me. Generally build a little bit of a gap here. Very hot on the brakes there from the Mazda. Nearly came up the backside. So off we're through the twisties, back down to the main straight. Trying to make sure we're maximizing every part of the track. Kind of late apexing on that last corner. Gives us a little bit of a better exit. We can see now the gap is huge between myself and the Mazda, but we've got a new objective, the two cars up front. A little bit hot coming into the hairpin there. Or is it, we got a spinner. Another spinner's out. So we've gained a position. Skipping ahead here. Back onto the main straight. We've got some progress under work here. Now these guys look like they're fighting it out, so that's going to help me out to catch up. Coming around on the left, slight bend, just being careful and attacking the corner. Going to make sure we come out smooth, but we're getting a little bit of oversteer just because of the tyre wear. We are making progress now. Those taillights becoming a bit more clear. Lap 6 of 14. Cutting that curb. Oh, sliding. We had some sliding and some crashing. We're up to 8 now. Keeping it smooth, keeping the concentration high. Really keeping it tight on the curb there. Tight on the apex as well of the hairpin. Yeah, oh, hot into the corner. Lost a little bit of time there, but not detrimental completely. You make up some time after that one. We've got someone actually quite quick behind here. I'm going to try and get a move on. Scottish 007, fellow compatriot. Hard down into the final corner. Late apexing so we can get a good exit. I think the person behind must have gone on to the mediums. I'm currently still on the hards. Really cutting the corner there, but still no penalty, so the game is allowing it. Going a bit hot into the corner. We've lost some time there. Thankfully, we get a good exit because he's not able to take too much advantage of the slipstream. Just keeping in mind that he doesn't make any lunges into that last end of the straight, the corner there. Up the hill, cutting the corner. Now I'm starting to hold him up a little bit. He's looking for a passing point. I'm keeping the car as wide as I can on the track, getting the elbows out. He almost crashes into me there. I think we may get a little bit of a budge. And it's time to pit. It's cool when you're in VR here. You can see them side by side. Onto the mediums. No fuel needed. Looking for a quick stop, boys. Let's see how we go. Rears are good. Fronts are good. On. Hands up. Excellent. Thank you. Great spot. Thanks, legends. Alright, there goes the pink Mazda. Getting that apex quite good. Cutting the corner. We're right behind the Mazda. Green flags from the marshals on the side there. Thank you. We are sort of almost in that slipstream there. We're just trying to make sure that we're staying with this guy. Really off to the left before we cut in. We don't want to do it too hard. I mean, that could have been disaster. I didn't want to punt him off. I thought better of it. Really cutting the corner, flicking up the dust. Hugging this corner. He's gone a little wide to lose a couple of tenths. We went a little wide on the exit. Didn't cut the corner as well as we normally do on that one. Different lines through the S's here. I think he got a better line out of that one. Going to late apex this last turn. Good exit. Along the straight we go. Target acquired. Trying to get right up to the exit. That's a late apex there. So we came out alright. I think we gained maybe half a tenth at least. Really cutting the curb there. They're getting a bit of oversteer coming out of the turn. Japanese driver doing a good job, but going hot. Going hot into that corner. We gain a couple of tenths. My best sector so far there. Whoa, we're getting sideways. Really pushing the car here. We're in position 10 after our pit stop. So we do have a little bit of work to do here. Matamine is the Mazda's name, the Japanese driver. Racing late at night here. Close to midnight. Lap 11. And we're position 10. And we can see someone coming out of the pits here. This could create an opportunity. And he's got a penalty. I wonder if he's crossed the pit egg line there. We're side by side. He's got a better exit, so we slip in behind him. The person from the pits has created some disturbance in the line of the road. And we've both had to avoid them at the hairpin. Now we may have an opportunity coming up to the end of the straight here, and we're going to take it. We take that opportunity, both hands. It was a great overtake, thank you. Keeping it calm and cool after the overtake. Somehow we're up to position 7. We must have passed a few people in the pits. Wow, sliding out hard there, but keeping it together. Nice little drift. Now the Japanese driver is looking for a move here, but I'm going to cancel that move and really hug the curb here. Now we're going to try and break the slipstream, move over to the other side of the road. He doesn't quite get right behind me. I'm moving back to the other side. Trying to create a gap here. Trying to take a slightly different line. Mazda's looking at the outside. It's a bit hard on the hairpin. Back to the end of the straight again. Going slightly defensive just to make sure that we cover off any attacks. We can see another target up ahead. A black Porsche. Now, the Japanese driver went wide there, so we're going to have a little bit of a relax from the onslaught. Now the Japanese driver in the black Porsche up here is looking like they're having a different kind of line around that turn, and it's allowed us to gain a couple of tenths. Up to the hairpin. Let's see if we can gain a few again. He's gone wide. I'm cutting in, so we're caught up a little bit further again. This is a hell of a lot of fun, especially in VR. The thrill of the chase is on. Up the hill, making sure we don't slide, but cutting the corner where we can. Matamime is pushing hard. We are catching, we're getting... You can see the difference in line through those corners between myself and the black Porsche. We've got a huge amount of distance now between myself and the pink Mazda. Oh, we're right up there. We're right behind him. We're in the slipstream. Firmly in the slipstream. Keep misspeaking here. And we're on to the final lap. We just did our best lap. Now this is epic fun coming out of the hairpin here. We're going to look for an opportunity. We're taking the outside line. We don't want to make any contact. We're going to cut in. And we're looking at the inside switcheroo. And we're drags racing up the main straight. Woo! Drag race, baby. It's hard to describe how much fun.
I need to defend here.
This is in VR. It is so much fun. Easy on the corner, hard on the apex. Move complete. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Like and subscribe if you like that one. Up into the main twisties, through the tunnel. Hard on the brakes, making sure we don't leave any opportunities open. Don't open any doors for a repass. Any mistake here, I'd lose 2 positions easily. We've already got a gap. So we're coming down to the last corner of the whole race. And from 11th position, we are finishing 5th. Woo!
Yeah, baby! How did I do that?
So it wasn't a win, but it was a top 5, and I'm very happy with that.
How did I do that?
Oh man, I've knocked the mic out. That was crazy. That there was actually nuts. Like and subscribe if that was up your alley. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I should say that more often, but there you go. Didn't even think about that.